I never thought I'd end up telling this story online. But what happened last month was so outrageous, so perfectly karmic. It deserves to be heard. My name is Anthony Reed. I've been the police chief of Briarwood Crest for the past 3 years. So quiet, upscale suburb that's been slowly growing more diverse. And not everyone's thrilled about that. I moved into a gated neighborhood called Willow Glen about 8 months ago. It's the kind of place with manicured lawns, golf carts, and overly involved HOA politics. My house? A beautiful corner lot with a custom backyard oasis I designed myself. A heated pool, waterfall, even a little stone grill area. It's my sanctuary after years of serving in high-stress departments. Most of my neighbors were polite at best, standoffish at worst. But the real thorn in my side? That would be Lorraine Buckner, the self-appointed queen of Willow Glen. She also happens to be the HOA president. And if you guessed that she runs it like a personal fiefdom, you'd be right. From the moment I moved in, she had a problem with everything. My porch lights were too modern. My trash bins were out too long. My lawn was too lush. But I let it slide. I've dealt with worse. What I didn't expect was her 18-year-old son, Chase. Taking things a step further, it was a blistering Saturday afternoon. I had just finished mowing the yard and decided to reward myself with a cold beer and a dip in the pool. I had my shades on, a Marvin Gaye playlist queued up, and I was finally unwinding until I heard my side gate creak open. At first, I thought maybe it was a neighbor needing help, but instead, in struts Chase blonde, smug, shirt half off, with a girl clinging to his arm. He looked around like he was scoping out a vacation rental. "Excuse me?" I called, rising from the pool. "Can I help you?" He blinked, then smirked. "Yeah, you can get out of the pool. This is private property." I froze. "You're right. It is my property." He laughed, dismissive. "Nice try. My mom is HOA president. I know the owners. This is the Monahan place. They're overseas." I dried off and walked toward him, calm but firm. "The Monahans sold this house to me in January. I moved in February. My name is Anthony Reed. This is my pool. And you were trespassing." His girlfriend looked like she wanted to vanish. "But Chase?" He doubled down. "No way. My mom's in charge of residency records. I'd know if someone like you lived here." Now, I've been in law enforcement long enough to know when someone's about to get physical. And sure enough, he stepped closer, chest puffed up, and shoved me. Not hard, but enough to cross a line. "You just assaulted me," I said quietly. "What are you gonna do? Call the cops?" He mocked. I reached for my phone. "Actually, I am the cops. Chief of Briarwood PD. His girlfriend's eyes widened. "Chase, however," sneered. "Sure you are. And I'm the governor." Before I could respond, he barked at his girlfriend. "Call Mom. Now." She did. And on speaker came Lorraine's unmistakable voice. "There's a black man in the Monahans' pool. Don't let him leave." "I'm coming." I called in a patrol unit. No sirens needed. Then I sat down, beer in hand, and waited. 7 minutes later, Lorraine storms in through the side gate in full rage Karen mode, blonde bob bouncing. Sycamore blue HOA shirt stretched tight. Designer sunglasses on her head. "What do you think you're doing?" she yelled. "Enjoying a swim. In my pool. On my property." I replied, "You liar. The Monahans live here." "Not since January. I bought this house. I've been living here 8 months." "That's impossible. I never approved any sale." "Funny you say that, considering your signature is on my HOA welcome packet." She faltered, but before she could recover, two of my officers arrived, Rivera and Adams. They greeted me with a mix of confusion and professionalism. "Chief? Everything okay?" Lorraine's face went pale. "You're really the chief?" "Yes. And your son assaulted me and trespassed. I have it all on my security cameras." Chase tried a new tactic. "He threatened me. He said he'd hurt me if I didn't leave." His girlfriend shook her head. "That's not true. Chase told me the owners were away, and we could use the pool." Lorraine spun to her. "Excuse me?" The girl doubled down. "He said his mom controls the HOA and pays for this pool's upkeep anyway." Now that caught my attention. Turns out, during the HOA meeting a few days later, Mr. Carver, the treasurer, revealed something huge. HOA funds had been used to pay for pool maintenance at my address for years, even after I moved in. And guess who had been submitting those payments? Lorraine. Even better, her son had been hired part-time by the same pool company, getting paid with HOA money for maintaining my pool. I didn't need to say a word. The board voted unanimously to suspend Lorraine, launch a full audit, and refund the HOA for misused funds. Chase lost his scholarship when the pool incident video got to his college. Lorraine sold her house quietly last week. As for me, I joined the new security committee and finally got my landscape lights approved. Some call it karma. I call it community justice. Let me know in the comments, what would you have done in my place? Have you ever dealt with a power-tripping HOA or entitled neighbor? Drop your story below. I'll be reading them all. And hey, next time you walk into someone's backyard, make sure you know who owns it, especially if they're the police chief.